Well, good Sunday morning to you. You are taking a live look at Beach Mountain, where things are looking really just sort of beautiful today, but there is some rain, at least some parts of the area for your forecast.
Yeah, we're seeing some scattered rain out there right now, but this afternoon it's more so talking storms. Some dry time, of course, in between. It's not going to rain all day. This is not widespread. It's not a washout, but folks, if you're going to be out and about, you do need to at least stay weather aware, have that umbrella handy, a way to get alerts, and of course keep an eye out for some lightning. So this morning you saw there from Beach Mountain a lot of clouds out there. Similar story for Monroe, Kannapolis, over toward Dallas this morning. You can see a lot of dense cloud cover moving through the region. We had some of those scattered showers earlier, but a lot of that has started to diminish. In fact, we had a big swath of rain coming in from the south and west. Now we just have a few little spritz and sprinkles there for northern Chester County, southern York County, and a few even trying to bubble up there in southern Gaston County. But truthfully, it is very, very minimal so far this morning. I'm keeping us a 20% chance of rain, and so you'll see that reflected if you have the WCNC weather app. Of course, that is updated by us, human forecasters, which is why it's more accurate than the one you get on your phone. And that one, you're going to see that 20% reflected for really much of the morning. But this afternoon, rain chances truthfully are low as we approach lunchtime. First pitch for the Charlotte Knights is at 1:05. I do think we'll be largely okay to start off the game. Now, as we get closer to the end, we are going to be watching a few storms develop, especially after 3 p.m. So we'll monitor kind of the end of the game a little bit closer with some of that thunder and lightning potential. But for the most part, just warm in the mid to upper 70s and, of course, breezy at times as that storm moves through, and of course you have that southwesterly wind at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now there is a low wind storm potential that some of those could become strong. I showed you that just a second ago, but look at these impacts. No chance for a tornado. We love to see that. No rotation. We don't have a lot of wind shear in the forecast today, and also no significant large hail potential. Now large hail is typically classified by 1 inch, so around a quarter sized. Now that's one of the parameters to see strong to severe thunderstorms develop. However, not in the forecast today. Those updrafts will be a little bit lower than this afternoon. The one thing, though, we're watching out for is that damaging wind potential. This is going to be a 5% chance for the entire region. All areas shaded in yellow. The way you should think about that 5% is that we're 5 times more likely than just a normal day. That does include the entire area, and this will be mainly as that line of storms moves through later on this evening. So let's talk about it. So this morning we saw some scattered rain, but now we're kind of largely dry. As we approach 2 o'clock, you'll notice again a few storms popping up, but mainly along and north of the I-40 corridor. It's not until later on this afternoon that we see a few storms potential for the rest of the Piedmont. But notice that this is that main line moving through. It starts in the mountains and foothills around 5 o'clock. It will approach the Charlotte metro area closer to 7. You can kind of see that parallel line. This squall line will be literally as that frontal boundaries pushing through. So once it shifts all the way east of us, all the rain will have wrapped up and we will eventually see clearing sky conditions overnight and into Monday. So I know it's a little bit complicated depending on where you are, but just know that after 3 p.m. especially, we'll be watching scattered storms, but the main line, if you live anywhere in the Charlotte metro, is closer to 7 o'clock. Oftentimes you can see scattered storms ahead of that main line, but the main line is where we're going to watch that potential for some of those gusty winds. And then after today, in your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast, things look great. Look at Monday, Tuesday. Dry air, sunshine, highs in the upper 70s by Tuesday, lower to middle 80s back by Wednesday, Thursday, and we will once again, kind of right on trend, it seems, as of late, watch a few areas of rain returning by late this week.